A group of travelers carrying bags, satchels, and sacks full of all manner of goods and chattels are shuffling their feet in the road in front of you. Two tougher-looking men are helping one of their companions stand, a pale youth who is shivering, his face covered in sweat. As you approach, the men turn to you and glare at you. Your Grace. This young fellow, what's wrong with him? Oh, Verdrin, you mean? Must have eaten something. He was fine, see, then felt sick, fever and all. And in the morning, he began to cough blood. Ere still willing, he'll make it to the border, and we'll find him a healer there. Verdrin gives a few deep, muffled coughs. The feverish glint in his bloodshot eyes, the glow in his cheeks, the distant look on his face. You have seen this before. This is what the unfortunate servant looked like moments before a monster erupted from his body. There is nothing you can do for Verdrin. His signs are like the others afflicted. Any moment, a monster might tear its way out of him. Keep your distance. Urkid pales and looks at the others. Listen up. His voice is hoarse. All back. Back behind the Baroness. I'm sorry, Verdrin. I have to think of the others. It's just a fever. Oh, that would suck. Here, I'm gonna read it for you. Hang on. I'm sorry, Verdrin. I have to think of the others as well. It's just a fever. I'm not dangerous. And then he exploded. The end.
Exposed.
Jeez, he hits hard when he hits.
This is going to end.
Ooh. Urkid's hands are shaking, and as he turns to face you, his voice raises to a shout. Cursed Lance! Cursed Baroness! It's all your fault! Verdrin died because of you! We're all gonna die because of you! Is he gonna attack me now? Urkid's hands are shaking, and as he turns to face you, his voice raises a shout. Cursed Lance! Oh, wait, I did that. Typical. I don't want to get to the bottom of things, so I know exactly who is to blame. You cannot imagine the pain that fills my heart with each life lost. I'm doing everything in my power to save those who still can be saved. Please forgive me, for I cannot protect everyone. Easy now. I'm doing everything I can. What, you think you'd do a better job if monsters start tearing out of your citizens all across the barony, huh? As a matter of fact, yes, you are still alive, and I've yet to hear a word of gratitude. I protect this realm for you. I fight monsters, and all I hear in return is cursing and the mewling of cowards. You ungrateful, narrow-minded fools. Calm down. It wasn't me who killed your friend. What happened here was tragedy, but it is not me you should blame. I'm going to do the neutral one. And whom should I blame? Or what? Who is responsible for everything that happens here? Shouldn't it be this so-called ruler? Who is to answer for all these deaths if not you? I'll not be able to protect you if you leave for Galt. Turn back, and inside the capital you'll find protection from the beasts. You will at least save those who can still be saved. The wrath on Urkit's face gives way to disbelief. Is that so? You want to sweep us away from our neighbors, sight? He wipes away tears. 'Tis all the same. No matter where we breathe our last, be it away from a home in a foreign land or out on the city streets, let us die in peace. You hear that, lads? We turn back. I stole your stuff. Bye. Those centipedes? Those are centipedes. Centipedes are something else that I can't stand, by the way. I hate centipedes. They creep me the fuck out. I like millipedes. But centipedes, ugh. Alright. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be this way. There we go. Yes. Seeing you, Keston nods. Under his coat, you notice a suit of armor. A sword hangs at his belt. The guard is ready to fight. I'm happy to see you, my Baroness. While we were waiting for you, I've had enough time to choose a good place for the ambush. I received your letter and came as soon as I could. Thank you, Your Grace. I've decided you'd like to see this place with your own eyes. What do you know about Lamashtu? Not much, Your Grace, but I've heard some things. Goblins, kobolds, and other wild beasts worship her. She helps them to breed, protects their young. As for people, the blessing of Lamashtu is too dangerous for them. A woman can give birth to something so terrible that the villagers must decide to drive a mother and a child out from the village, or worse. You can go down and take a look at the shrine. The scouts who've been watching the cultists told me about hideous rituals that were performed here. The cultists disfigure and mutilate themselves, shriek like demons, and copulate in the mud. Keston frowns in disgust. I just can't imagine who in the right mind, except for goblins, would ask Lamashtu for help and agree to be part of this abomination. Are you ready for the ambush? Keston shakes his head. Not today. Come back later, and we'll get them when they least expect us. Flat stone is covered with blood and littered with skulls and bones, all that is left from nauseating rituals.
It's just not my lucky day.
A statue of a woman with a jackal head looms over the shrine. The stone is covered with strange images. Ducka ducka quack! Okay, so there's nothing else here. So how do I know what day it is? Wield Day. Okay. But that tells me nothing. See, because it doesn't tell me up here what day it is. So how am I supposed to know? Like, serious question.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Sure.
Someday, I will be as famous as Anime Bellavera herself. No, even more famous. Hoping I live that long.
Ooh, I think my Twitch payout went through. Sweet, it did. Nice. All right, let's continue. So we'll go back to the throne room. Look at my little panda. Little red panda. Oh. Like, there should be a way to open up a calendar. Okay, so I'm missing 3 days still. Because otherwise, like, how are you supposed to know what day it is if you're supposed to show up somewhere on a specific day of the week? It doesn't tell you what day it is in most places. Like, it's not in the journal. Because when the fuck is Oath Day? You know, it's like, yes, show up on this specific day of the week. It is the first day of the week. Okay, what are the other days of the week? Unless, is there something that I've missed in the encyclopedia, maybe? Common terms. Calendar? No. Kingdom? Like, there's no search function even here. Basics, maybe. Nope. Like I said, I like this game, but I feel like there's some stuff that's just very much missing. I shouldn't have to Google the Pathfinder calendar. It should exist in the game. But that is apparently what I have to do. Because it's also like, make sure you do this by this day of the year. And it's like, when is that month in relation to the month that I'm at now?
Jubilas, you've been to many countries, seen many different customs. There are places where a sharp word nets you a knife in the back.
Very true. But on the other hand, I'm not helpless either. My words might sometimes be painful, but a vial of alchemical fire hurts a good deal more.
Okay, so Oath Day would be Thursday, I think? Apparently Friday is called Fire Day. Should be a good day then, exactly. Star Day is Saturday. So I need to wait 2 more days. But there's no way to just wait 2 days, aside from camping. Okay. So if we're here now, hang on. Okay, so if we're on 12th, then 13th, 14th. We'd want to be the 14th. So I'm just going to start resting and hope that I come up at the 14th.
I don't know what to think about all the troubles in the Stolen Lands. On one hand, they open exciting opportunities for us. But all this chaos is killing me. Sometimes literally.
It's the price we pay for being the pioneers on the frontier of civilization. There are many things here that threaten our lives. Monsters, bandits, and don't forget the damned mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes? Okay, so it's Sunday.
Hey,
I
who
swear to God,
touched
if we
my
go
monster
straight through the
compendium
weekend,
universalis
straight
with
through Monday,
greasy
I'm gonna be
fingers?
annoyed. Sorry, Moon Day.
Well, me. Was I not supposed to? The pictures are funny. And I wiped my hands on a hide first. I did!
There we go. I'm ready, let's go. Hey, there's a duck! Don't hurt the duck. It's just a duck. Go, duck, go! Come to me, Lamashtu's children. Today we praise our great mother who imbued us with life. Lamashtu favors us. She blessed the pack with a new cub, a beautiful female cub. The text goes too quick. The goddess took Cub Mother's life as a payment. What a worthless female she was. Oh, I can't even read the whole thing. I'm gonna have to start reading it out loud. Waters of the Lamashtu will open up your veins, embellish bodies with scars in the name of the goddess. Because I can read that fast, but not when I'm trying to do voices and read out loud. That was close, but the duck got away. Where did my UI go? What the fuck just happened? I didn't push anything. My hands weren't even on the keyboard. A dude just fucked off and like bugged out. What? I used charge, but it didn't even say if it hit him. What the fuck? I'm assuming this is gonna hit friendlies too.
Nowhere.
Oh! Oh, that was a lot of damage!
Flames take you.
Go get him, Floof! Hell's one escaped. We need to catch him, otherwise another altar will soon appear somewhere else. Crushing bone, hear me. Each word I speak shall turn to stone. The world shall shudder at my word. The world shall shudder at my word. Open your eyes and see. The world becomes beautiful. Burnt forest stretching to the horizon. Mounds of bodies, blackened skies, skulls littering the coast like gravel. I, the one who renders the flesh of our enemies, take in this beauty. All living beings tremble at my sight. Bow to me. Search. Search the children of Shelyn. Tear them apart. Destroy them. No, transform them. Grant them the gift of rebirth. Let them become beautiful. Befitting the beauty I shall bring into this world. O great Lamashtu, the eater of hearts, reveal your truth to us. We hear your call. All of you shall live in a better world. Curse Pazuzu, the flying worm. He shall fall in this world. Soon myriads of warriors under my command. Soon myriads of warriors under my command. The mountains themselves shall crumble at our feet. Burn all, make the world beautiful. The ground thirsts for blood. I thirst for beauty. Give birth to beasts. I shall. Well then. The triumph over the wicked Lamashtu cultists proved incomplete. Some villain or villainess had slipped away under the cover of darkness and into a narrow gorge amongst the rocks. Without a second thought, our brave Baroness, loyal Keston, and their comrades in arms rushed after the fleeing figure. The figure, clad in black, was barely visible in the dark. The villain had gotten far ahead of us. At the last moment, the Baroness noticed their prey had turned aside and disappeared behind the rocks. After they decided to take a shortcut to catch the cultists by surprise, the party started climbing up the stone ridge. I've got a plus 15 on that. I'm gonna do it. Dope. Climbing in the darkness is a difficult task. It's not a joke when you try to catch a stable rock and hear the small stones crumble under your feet. Several times it seemed our heroes were out of luck, but their stubbornness and the thought of the runaway cultists gloating about eluding them gave them strength. Moments later, we were at the top. So our heroes found themselves at the top, and just in time. The cultist, barely visible in the darkness, was threading his way through the gorge directly beneath them. It seemed the cultist was so focused on finding his footing he didn't notice his pursuers perched above him, giving the Baroness a chance to strike. What will our heroes do next? Strength. Trigger an avalanche over the runaway's head, frightening him? Yes. Success! The boulders rumbling down the slope, the column of dust, and the triumphant cries from above. That would be enough for Lamashtu herself to turn tail. The cultist wasn't any better. He lost his footing and his escape turned into an awkward tumble, causing him to trip and stumble amongst the rocks. Darkness failed to cover the peculiar way the runaway walked. The robed figure was limping badly, dragging the right leg. Despite that, the cultist vanished in the darkness without a trace. The party followed to the edge of the plateau where the flatlands began. As our brave heroes reached the edge of the plateau, the vastness of the Kamalands opened before them, an ocean of high grass as far as the eye could see. A beautiful sight, but finding our quarry in this green sea, it would prove impossible. With our heads down and hopes lost, we descended to where a small streamlet flowed amongst the stones. And then, there before us, good fortune! In his haste, our villain had run through the high grass, leaving a trail for all to see. The party immediately set off, driven by a single desire, to capture the criminal who dared escape the punishment of the Baroness and it led us on this unwelcome chase. We moved as swiftly as we could, but even the ground seemed to fight us. Rock gave way to mud which grew deeper as we marched on and seemed to grab at our boots. Even the wind began to rise, lashing at our cloaks, and a foul scent filled the air. Sure signs we were heading toward the narrow marshes. Soaking wet and exhausted, our heroes came upon a cabin at the edge of a swamp. According to Keston, it was a hunter's lodge owned by Dumra, a hunter who lived there alone, and was known for her great temper and little patience. It also looked as if it might be a place where the cultists would seek shelter. It was unlikely the runaway would brave the depths of the narrow marshes in the middle of the night. So the Baroness pushed open the door and stepped inside, letting a touch of the cool night air in. The lodge is lit with only a few candles on the tables and the counter. Shadows lie thick around the room. A number of people are here. A well-dressed couple at one of the tables. A girl in simple dress dozes near the opposite wall. And at the counter is an untidy dwarf. She's wiping the mugs and glaring at you. From the half-open kitchen door, you hear the clanging of pans upon metal. Presumably a stove. Keston looks around with a heavy gaze. Things have gone from bad to worse. We must find the cultists before they flee, and we have no idea what they look like. The people in the lodge look surprised and concerned. Each seems to recognize you and ask themselves, what is the ruler of these lands doing here at such a late hour, flanked by armed guards? Keston's hands fall to his weapon. Your Grace, I'm ready to make an arrest, but if you wish to investigate further before making a decision, I'll make sure no one leaves the lodge until you give the order. Searching, asking questions, building theories. That's too long and boring. I say bring them all here together. Let them get nervous and start with protests and denials, and we'll listen. Yes. Keston raises his brow. All together? After a moment of contemplating, he gives you a wry grin. Cunning indeed, my Baroness. Give me a moment to gather the suspects. Quiet, people. Calm down. The Baroness vested me with the authority to conduct this interrogation. What interrogation? It's ridiculous. I know nothing. Interrogation? Silence! A follower of Lamashtu, guilty of serious crime, is hiding in this house. As soon as we find him or her, we will leave. I'm going to read fast, so I apologize if I don't do voices, but I want to make sure that we don't lose this stuff. You are awfully quiet. We know nothing. How would we know anything about Lamashtu? Dumra, what do you say? Which of your guests came in last today? Why are you asking this old woman? She may be the cultist. Yes, right. Shut up. Don't drag me into this. I've lived here for so many years, I haven't heard a word about Lamashtu until today. Why do we have to believe you? A woman alone in the edge of the swamps? What are you hiding? Are you out of your mind? There, look. There's Aristil's symbol above the chimney. I serve the hunter's god. Stop, all of you. Only I and the Baroness can make accusations here. This last came last. What? Yes, I saw it. It was dark when she came in. Take this one. It's her. My husband can confirm my words. Random lizard. He will confirm anything. He's not a man, but a dog on a leash. How dare... Shut up, Cabron. I mean, honey, keep quiet. See? Pushover. Stop, all of you. What do you want? I didn't do anything. Cabron, calm down. First this broom closet, then all these people, now the Baroness with the whole court. This is madness. We shouldn't have trudged to see this priestess at the world's end. Oh. Priestess? What priestess, Cabron? That is, that's not what I meant. You're a damn idiot! Enough! Stop bullying my pack! That was hilarious. Enough! I yield! Stop! I surrender! The priestess of Lamashtu holds her hands over her bleeding wounds, moaning in pain. She raises the hem of her skirt and starts to wipe away the blood from her legs. Her right leg is covered with sores, oozing pus and yellow ichor. You and your minions unleash a blight across my lands. Because of you, monsters overrun the barony and honest people fear to leave their homes. The priestess of Lamashtu shakes her head and tries to close her wounds, moaning, "That's nonsense! I've heard the stories about what's happening in your barony, Aasimar, but I have nothing to do with this. The Great Mother rules the monsters of this world, but if you had truly earned her wrath, your lands would be drowning in blood. No, Baroness, you must look elsewhere to place blame. Lamashtu and her followers have nothing to do with your troubles." Tell me about the cult of Lamashtu. We are numerous and we are strong. The tribe of Lamashtu followers grows every day, breeds, and spreads over the lands of Golarion in search of places to create new packs. Have you allied with goblins and other creatures in the area? No, we have the same mistress, but our paths to faith are different. What kind of rituals were you doing? We prayed to Lamashtu. We asked for new offsprings in the pack. We mated like wild animals, free of stupid prejudices. Priestess's lips curve in a grin. I'll spare you the details, Aasimar. Those like you are unable to accept the greatness of our ancient faith. The more I hear about Lamashtu, the more I favor this goddess. What else can you share with me? The priestess chuckles. Of course, Baroness. Let us sit here like friends and have a heart-to-heart. Where are the rest of the Lamashtu cultists hiding? The woman's face turns to stone. You cannot make me betray the children of Great Mother. Torture me if you like. Lamashtu will grant me the strength to endure any pain you inflict upon me. Says the lady who just begged us to stop killing her. Enough about that. Tell me who you are. Quick now. I am the priestess of the cult of Lamashtu. The Great Mother, the ancestress of monsters. The priestess struggles to raise her chin, her voice a hiss. I'm not from these lands. I came because of the pleas of your people who seek the mercy of my goddess. I came to these lands in secret and hid my identity from everyone except for those initiated in the mysteries of Great Mother. Even the hostess of this lodge had no idea who I was, and those looking for divine benefaction found me on their own. And there are more than the followers of Eristeel would believe. All these people in the lodge are here because of you. The priestess shakes her head. They were searching for the blessings of Lamashtu. Other gods have denied them, and they had to ask Mother of Monsters for her benefaction. Is the lodge hostess involved in this? The priest of Lamashtu looks at Dumra in disgust. This thoughtless thing? No, she did not see. Was not smart enough to see what was transpiring under her nose. I won't offend the name of Lamashtu by calling our hostess one of her tribe. Keston, I have an order for you. Keston turns to you. Your Grace? I have nothing against Lamashtu and her flock. Priestess, you're free to go. I mean, I kind of agree with this one here because, yeah, it would make sense, right? If monsters are bursting forth from people, then why would you not pray to the goddess of monsters to try and, like, appease her to get her to stop turning people into monsters, you know? So, I have nothing against Lamashtu and her flock. Priestess, you are free to go. Pickles! Hey! Hey! Pickles! Pickles! Stupid cat. Pickles! Hang on, guys. Hey! Stop! Don't eat the tree. Don't eat the tree. You guys throw it up if you eat it. Stupid cat. Keston looks at you as if you're mad. Let them go? All of them? But he hesitates for a moment, then seems to remember his place and nods calmly. As you command, Your Grace. Sana blinks and sweeps her eyes over you as if just noticing your presence. Well then, it seems I shall serve the Great Mother in these lands a little longer. If you wish to speak or ask for something, come to the Shrine of Lamashtu. That is where you'll find me. Keston throws a tired look over the lodge and rubs his chin. That's all. He looks around the lodge. We'll deal with these people as you've ordered. I suppose it'll be a relief to Dumra to get rid of such troubling guests. I thank you, Your Grace, for your help and for your wisdom. A pity we didn't discover the true reason behind the blight, but at least we have one less mystery on our hands. Have a safe journey, my Baroness. All right. Okay, so I should go back to my kingdom. Because I'm going to bet that we can probably upgrade our... upgrade... Fuck. This silver-haired dude. Oh, stuff's happening. Hello, Your Grace. Feels strange. It's amazing I can just go and have a chat with an actual Baroness. I wanted to talk about Ekin. I'm worried about him lately. Although, worried might be too strong a word. He is way too gloomy, even more so than usual, if that's possible. Life without a family must be hard for him. But he's not completely alone. He has us. I know we can't replace what he lost, but we must remind him that we are here and he can talk to us. Wonderful. What does that have to do with me? Well, for one, he is your companion. Second, I can't abide him scowling another instant. Lastly, I want to know that when my ally is fighting beside me, they won't break, and Ekin feels too close to it already. What I'm getting at is that we should hold a merry revelry and use the opportunity to talk to him heart to heart. If we just invite him for a drink, he'll no doubt refuse. So we must organize everything in secret. We'll gather guests, prepare food and drink, bring Ekin, and have so much fun. I'll even bring my loot. What do you say? You're right. I can't stand looking at Ekin's face. Glum face any longer. Time to cheer him up, I guess. Wonderful! As we know, great minds think alike. I've talked to Alina, the innkeeper, and she's happy to help us. Although, between us, I'm not sure what made her so enthusiastic. Anyway, you should talk to her, and I should go and think what I'm going to play. And one more thing. Don't be late. I fear if we don't pull Ekin out of his mood now, it'll be too late. Okay, so we should go do that first then. Alright guys, hold tight though. I'm going to be right back, and then we'll see if we can throw a party for Ekin.